you missed him? In case you guys were wondering, he missed you a lot, okay? That's why he was meowing. He wanted to be in the video really badly, so I decided to give him his turn. Loves a spotlight. So, first of all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys are new here, my name is Lily. I love doing coffee content. If you guys are returning to my channel, thank you guys so much for being a returning followers, returning subscriber, and I'm excited to get into the coffee content I have for you guys today. So if you've been following me on TikTok or even saw the YouTube short video that I posted a few days ago, you guys will know that I got some of the limited edition Nespresso pods that are out right now. Most importantly, in my opinion, the two new ones that are out, which is the Jamaican Blue Mountain at this time and the Hawaii Kona. Now, these are not new pods in and of themselves. They have been released in previous years, but you know, they're limited edition. They did come back around this time of year, and I'm excited to finally give them both a try because I've never tried either of them before. So I did get them in the Vertuo in both pods, as well as the original line in both pods, and we're going to do a little bit of a taste test today, and we're going to see how they match up, how they compare, and if you guys should go out and buy them if you're like me and have never tried them before, but you don't want to bite the bullet just yet, okay? I got you. So why don't we brew up some of the espresso? But before we do that, I'm going to go into a little bit about each of the pods. So this is the Hawaii Kona pod. It comes in a double espresso. And then this is the Hawaii Kona pod in the original line. Of course, it's going to be a single shot espresso, like all the original line pods are. There's a little bit of discrepancy between both of these types of pods, despite them being the same type of pod, I guess you could say. The Vertuo line is supposed to be claimed, at least on the website. I don't know about the box. I'm sorry, I threw away the box. But to be quite fair, I don't think, at least on the website, they preferred having these shots of espresso in any particular way, like in a latte and a cappuccino, like sometimes they do with certain pods. All of them just say that they're served best as espresso, no ristretto or anything like that. But I'm just gonna be like drinking the espresso straight up for y'all. Y'all know I don't like doing that, but I'm gonna do it for you. So the Vertuo one in Hawaii Kona is supposed to be a little bit more almondy, a little bit walnutty apparently. And the original line is supposed to be, again, a little bit like nutty, but also exotic tasting. So I don't know how different they're gonna be. I'm excited to see. And then the Jamaican Blue Mountain, by the way, very pretty pods, I will say. These are some of the more beautiful pods I've seen from their limited edition collections. But this original line pod in the Jamaican Blue Mountain is supposed to be like spicy and woody. And this one I believe is supposed to be woody as well as earthy, maybe less spicy, still some spice. I think both have cinnamon in them, but I'm excited to see if I can really get that spice come across. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit more worried about trying the Jamaican Blue Mountain just because I don't know how I'm gonna feel about super intense spicy coffee. However, all of these pods are a medium intensity. So I find that very fascinating because at all of these levels, I think they range from between 5 and 7. They all are right up my alley. So we'll see. But yeah, let's go and brew some coffee. I think I'm gonna start off with the Hawaii Kona first because I'm actually more excited to try that and I'll give you my review. So let's brew some coffee. Okay guys, so I just got done brewing the original line Hawaii Kona and I'm so excited to take a try. So let's get into it. So right off the bat, the aftertaste that I'm getting, very floral, probably because of the more exotic flavor that they claim this pod has, and I can definitely taste that. I know they said nutty in the description. I'm not getting too much of that. If anything, it's probably an almond because this does taste a little bit more floral. I don't know if you guys have ever had like an almond syrup, but it kind of tastes like that in the aftermath or the aftertaste of the pod. So I think that this is definitely a good one to pair with like a nuttier syrup, an almond syrup specifically, maybe even like, it would pair really good with a vanilla or caramel syrup for sure. So I really like this pod. And it's definitely one of those pods that aren't too intimidating to drink black like this. Again, you guys know I'm not really like straight up espresso shot black coffee drinker like that. But I would probably take a whole shot of this and just be fine. You guys would know if this was a little bit too intense for me, but this is the right intensity. I really like this pod. I think it's complex, and I can see why this pod was really expensive, because this was $2 a pod in the original line. Like that's a lot for an original line pod. And I can see why. It is really good. I won't say it kind of reminds me of Galapagos, because I think Galapagos has less of an aftertaste, but it's kind of caramelly like Galapagos if you guys have tried that pod. So I've brewed the Virtual Line coffee in my cute little Nespresso mug that I got in my advent calendar. Super, super cute. But again, lovely velvety crema on top. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I'm excited. I think I'm more excited for the double espresso, because you guys know I'm more of a double espresso type of gal. I'm going to brew 2 shots anyway, so to have it all in one pot is really nice. You know what? Maybe I need a palate cleanser. Let me drink some of this. By the way, Bubbly's not sponsoring this video, but Bubbly, if you wanna hit me up, you know, I'll use you as a palate cleanser all the time. Anyway, so let me try this again, because I really wasn't getting a lot of complexity like I was with the original line in this pod. It feels like this one might be more intense than the original line pod, and I'm pretty sure it might be the opposite, but let me check. I'll check for you guys in a bit. But honestly, I actually really like the original line more than the Virtual line. If you guys have both machines or just the original line, you know, you'll be favoring the Hawaii Kona in that form. I don't know about the Jamaican Blue Mountain, but honestly, yeah, like the Virtual one I don't think has as much complexity, I should say, and I don't really get a lot of that like almondy, walnut, whatever they claim to be put in this. Like, it's not very nutty, and I imagined it to be a little bit more caramelly. I'm not giving that. If you guys have tried both of these, or even the Virtual line, and you disagree with me, please let me know. I'm excited to see the reviews on this. Am I crazy? I don't know. But that's it for the Hawaii Kona. Not crazy about it. Definitely have had better double espresso pods in the Virtual line. Maybe it's just my personal preference. You guys can let me know what you think, but not a lot of complexity there. But yeah, and this is supposed to be like $2.40 a pod, $2.40 a pod. Again, very expensive even for the Virtual line. I don't think it's worth it if you are only shopping the Virtual line. I think you should just gear towards maybe another limited edition pod, or, you know, just in general, another double espresso pod. I really like the double espresso dolce and the Bianco Doppio pod. So those are some great options if you like a more mellow, sweeter cup. I was expecting more of that out of here, and I'm not crazy about it. So let's move on to the Jamaican Blue Mountain. Okay, so I just got done brewing these pods, okay? Excited to give it a little bit of a taste test. Again, Jamaican Blue Mountain, both single espresso shots. And I'm not adding anything to them because I just want to taste them as the way they recommended, I guess, because they recommended them both as just served espresso, you know, which, come on now. Like, I love mine in lattes and stuff like that. So maybe I'll give you guys a further review if you follow me on TikTok, like in iced beverages and hot beverages. But for right now, just the espresso shots. Okay. I had to think about this one a little bit because I definitely get a little bit of spice at the tip of the tongue, okay? It's definitely more complex than the Hawaii Kona, but I don't know if I'm a fan of it. I'll have to try the original line to gauge that, but I don't know. My machine, I don't know what's going on with the Virtual pod today because I clean my machine every week, but I'm just not favoring these pod types today. But maybe I'll feel better about the Virtual one once I try the original line one. But I think for this one, it's probably just a smidge above the Hawaii Kona in my opinion, just because I like the complexity of this pod. It tastes darker than the Hawaii Kona for sure, but, and I don't know if that's actually true or not, but it does taste like it to me. It tastes like it's a roastier tasting and more earthy. But I think that this would be more of what I would put in a drink just because I like the complexity, the spice at the tip of the tongue. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. The Virtual lines are disappointing me a little bit today. So let's go to the original line. yeah, you know, I'm getting I think that these taste very similar, actually. So the original line and the Vertuo line actually taste pretty much the same, in my opinion. Y'all could be looking at me like I'm crazy, but even with the palate cleanser, y'all, they kind of taste the same to me. So honestly, I think I prefer the Hawaii Kona. I really do like the original line in that pod. I think it's really good. This one, again, a little bit of spice at the front, but not really getting as much complexity. I mean, I guess I get a little bit in the back, but to be quite frank, I think I might even prefer the Vertuo line in the Jamaican Blue pod, or Jamaican Blue Mountain, versus the original line. So that's a little bit crazy. We're having a little bit of a duel today, I guess you could say, because I'm flabbergasted. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really thought that I would like the Vertuo line pod in the Hawaii Kona a little bit more. And I will say, I didn't think I was gonna like the Jamaican Blue Mountain at all. And to be quite frank, I definitely like it less in the Hawaii Kona. So I think in terms of this, I would also give this a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. These are not floating. The Jamaican Blue Mountain's not really floating my boat today. I think that the Hawaii Kona, by far, if you can get it in the original line especially, would be my favorite and my go-to, and I would buy again. I probably won't buy the Jamaican Blue Mountain again. It's crazy because I know that there's a lot of Jamaican Blue Mountain lovers out there. Maybe it's just because I'm not a fan of like the intense spiciness, I guess, that comes across in this pod a little bit, but you guys can let me know what you think. I think that these pods, the Jamaican Blue Mountain pods, if you wanted some recipe input, I think that they would be really good in a shaken espresso, because shaken espressos, you know, or even like white mochas and stuff like that, because sometimes they're a little bit sweeter, and the shaken espressos, you want that taste, that punch of the espresso in there. So I think 3 shots, give it a little bit of syrup, a dash of milk. I think these would be absolutely amazing in that. The Hawaii Kona, I think, would make for an absolutely fantastic latte in basically any syrup for the original line, especially like the floral ones, the caramel, the vanilla. So I think that I think we have some winners. I definitely like the Hawaii Kona better. I'm gonna say that right now. So if you guys have to choose, Hawaii Kona, okay? That is my recommendation. Okay. So yeah, that is it for this week's video. Hope you guys narrowed down which ones you might like. And if you have any questions about the pods, definitely let me know. I'll be posting a little bit more about this on TikTok, recipes and such that I use for these pods. I might upload them as YouTube shorts later. We'll see. I do that sometimes depending on the recipe. But let me know what you think. If you already bought these pods, were you disappointed? Were you ecstatic? If you haven't bought these pods, maybe you don't want to buy them now. Who knows? But yeah, they're definitely expensive for some pods. So I would go for one that I really like, which is the Hawaii Kona, but that's just me. Okay. Anyway, I will see you guys on the flip side. Next week, I'm actually at a conference in Seattle, but I will not be probably shooting a video unless it's a very short video, like a YouTube short. So yeah, I'm sad I won't get to see you guys. Sammy's also sad he won't get to see you guys, but we'll see you guys in the next couple weeks, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye, guys.